Hey y'all, welcome back to American Plains Mudding. And I got some kind of, for pretty intense for you, some kind of a little bit one thing. We're gonna be going for an off-road madness, or we try to drive for an old-fashioned, old semi-truck. It's not just like this one thing, because probably we're not using some kind of any of these trailers, because that must be one old-fashioned truck right over here, and a mud truck right over back here at inside of some kind of garage. But right there, we're gonna be doing for an off-road madness. Which should be I gotta be able to choose first, or pretty much one. I'll be taking for this truck, and because tomorrow morning will be exactly we're gonna be doing for off-road madness. So first thing you need to do, we're gonna be driving all the way to this one thing as well. I do not use some kind of a sequential transmission because this video contains loud noises, and we just try to make things a 9th gear. As you can see, that semi-truck I just driving here, this is not an absolutely one semi-truck, is absolutely one thing. I think we should be able to slow down, and because starting with the 5th gear, this is not Brazil like this one, because it belongs some kind of Colombia like these things. There must be a 10th gear available like this one, and we probably are very sure this truck is gotta be loud. I'm probably very sure if I just return out here, the top speed is 64 miles an hour, and it's ridiculously loud. As we came far, we're gonna be getting down over here, and we're not taking onto the off-road. There must be trailers available, or loading stocks, as we can reach all the way back down here. We made it onto the car wash, and there's our new home. And because despite seeing this, I cannot able to park here, because there's only one thing. Because I'm just gonna be trying to reverse down, and look how it is. And I forgot to turn off the engine and jump out of the vehicle. So anyways, it's not just a quick video for any about these things. If I just gonna be despawn the car, so we have 2 slots available. We got 1 truck, and there must be 1 mud truck as well. I should be able to delete first. But tomorrow, we're gonna be held at day into the off-roading madness. And by the way, this shouldn't able to get for much able to do for its 15 minutes of this video. Once I just walked back there, I just got this truck and about for the most likely sunsets around here. So we're gonna be picking up for one condition, and we'll be trying to get all the way to the off-road as fast as possible before I just probably using a mud truck as well. I'm possibly that I shouldn't be able to get away. I'm using a Silverado without the cab, and should I able to close that door, but it's gotta be too late as well. So I'm just leaving the old home back into this way, and I'm gonna be driving on this thing. And as you just try to get away with this thing, let's go on to the 6th gear and let's find our way a new home. So we have to find all the way for some kind of houses before we're gonna be making onto this one strategy. I can't sleep on today, but around here, because on this morning, I can't believe this isn't gonna be going for a very much off-roading strategy. If I'm possibly going for off-road in one time, we have 6 gears, and it's possibly this is gonna be really loud all the way into the off-road selection. As you can see, the sunset's not absolutely beautiful, but screwing the stop sign as well without getting caught by the police. So still managed to continue to go, and heard Asian stuff around here for many more reasons. I despite seeing here for some kind of Arabic language, so let's just turn off the chat filter immediately, and we're just gonna be keeping your tab off. And we're gonna be starting all the way out and 2 for the off-road selections about here. we're starting on to the trial 1, unless we have to just head it out over here. So this spot I never really heard of, and this spot I just literally gonna be going to do so. I cannot able to return back home, but since I just gonna be completely going to get gone too long. And now we shouldn't able to go for off-roading anyway. Now, which trial we just gonna be wanted to choose? It should be held at daytime. What's just gonna be doing for an off-road trials or off-road madness everywhere? Let's see how we're gonna be starting in the trial 1. This is not an absolutely one trial, that because that my truck could be extremely dirty as well. As you can see, late morning that I just switched the server. Now we're gonna be getting into the trailers, but in the end, I'll wash myself into the vehicle as well. So we'll be might to face to seeing this, as we just completely washing off the vehicle and off the tires as well. So probably let's get reaching all the way into itself for one thing. So the early on this morning, we're not able to try for another attempt, because in this server we'll absolutely disconnect everything and everyone as well, include them. So this is the trial number 1, and I'm about to here we go about this. Now starting off with the off-road madness. Now let's just gonna be make it all the way. It's pretty safe to do so, but turns out it contains some kind of gravels and stuff. But I'm making sure that keeping on the engine temperature and avoid the mud as possible. This is where some kind of an off-road meet before the first trial we came from. Avoid the muds by not going to the left side of the road, and then I just see mud around here beyond those left tires, front and rear. So look how we just gonna be doing for some kind of deadly roads of Bolivia. And we just gonna be doing for such as off-road madness out here by using this truck, Silverado. As we just came above for this thing as well. Second gear enabled. And we just gonna be trying to use some kind of maximize the gear as well. Hitting the 1 gear. And maximum with throttle, fade off. As we just climb off without having much more miles. Hitting around the 3rd gear. And 4th gear, which is all the way going up into the mountain. Oh geez. There must be a huge mudslide everywhere. All tires are just, oh dear. The entire body is covered in mud. And the entire vehicle is covered in mud too. So despite saying this, gotta look worse about this thing. The trial number 1 is crazy. Beyond of this volcano, smash into the dirt. But into the 2nd gear we go. Now we just gonna be trying to look out of this one side. Trial 1 has been completed, but it's full of dirty stuff on it. I make sure we're gonna be getting back onto some kind of farm as well. So it's time to head on to the farm. I'm sorry that I just literally ran into the wrong stage. Just literally getting myself away and avoid these things as well. So there must be the big farm, and looks like it's gonna be anywhere as well. So I just gotta be looked away for this, because I feel I'm so extremely dirty in the back of this vehicle. But probably tractors required for using this. And I just gotta be going to get away with this one, because I just gotta be returned back into the dealership, and we're not trying for this attempt again. Now the trial number 2 is going to be up next, except there must be an off-road center around here. Let's just gonna be doing for one madness thing. There must be some kind of semi-trucks going on over here. So when I just look onto this, I just gonna be need to get a little bit far all the way. There must be water in it. And there must be gonna be an off-road references onto their back. This is the basic off-roading like we set to this. Now hit us back into the third gear. And you should be able to get all around all of the road course. A mud selection of this thing. I shouldn't be able to get avoid to this thing. So we're just not able to touch grass around here. So there must be one big problem over here. There must be a semi-truck blocking its way. I think there's two old-fashioned classic semi-trucks. We're just gonna be getting our way, but fighting together around it. Keeps on blocking all the way because something isn't gonna be very right. After it gotta be passed over, these semi-trucks aren't able to complete each other. They just fighting. Or some kind of climbing all over to get ourselves our way. I think there must be, it turns out, it goes on to the traffic jams as well. I should be gonna be getting on. There's one volunteer. And it's not gonna be meant to be such as a, oh dear. I shouldn't be able to start speeding all over to the south. And because of that, semi-truck keeps on gotta get worse around here. He's eventually stuck away for right there. He must be strong. I'll be waiting until the throttle of the truck is gonna be fully throttled around here. I don't really think this trucker is going to be back itself up. Oh dear. I think this is gonna be started to get blocking off me. I really don't think this is gonna be worse than I ever imagined. And now we should be able to turn back as well. I think that trucker's stuck. Including me. I really don't think this isn't absolutely gonna be taking for so long. The next morning, I cannot believe this isn't actually going on. Let's just gonna be getting out of my way. And let's just complete it to go for the off-road selection number 2. Because due to some kind of weirdly traffic jams whatsoever, I have to get there fast before it's going to be too late, of course. I don't want to get for a night off-roader about here. And we're just going to be going left. That's where he said. Wait, there must be a secret hideout. There must be a hidden Humvee around here inside of that cave. Until nighttime. But maybe next time we'll be finding out what's going on inside of that tunnel. So the off-road selection 2 has been complete. Now where should be in the next one? Well, I suggest I should be gonna be going on to the off-road trial number 3. And this is where I shouldn't be able to go into the mud selection because this is where it all dangerous comes from. And it's gonna be lead on to the safe way is gonna be onto your right. Now going straight will lead on to the off-road selection. So there we gonna be going all over here. Into that bridge will be lead into the mud selection course. I should be gonna be taken around left. And will not see that I just faced the dirty line. I see mud. And because I'm making things a little bit dirty as well. So I should pretty avoid this. I think this is the mud selection. And I should be able to get back into the bridge. And then it's not going to be on to this later. And I'm trying not supposed to go there. And looks like there must be a big puddle. And I just might be able to see mud out there. And started to get this vehicle dirty and staying done with some kind of... Oh dear, there's the big mud as well. Should I just go here? It's gonna be deep. And the entire vehicle is dirty, I guess. And let's just get right back here to the car wash, and tomorrow we're gonna be headed all the way to for the off-road selection number 4. As you can see, this, because of that American Plains mudding update, is pretty some kind of a little bit awesome after Independence Day.